Hello, Prosperivarians. The best school has come to stay in the city of Calabar. It is called Beryl International School. Take advantage of this opportunity now.
Tell me the best school, Beryl is the best. Tell me the best school.
Good afternoon, students. This is Cultural and Creative Art class. This class is meant for jss1 to jss3. In today's class, just like we did last week, we looked at craft works, and we said craft works are artworks we make with the use of our hands. Last week we were able to make something with papers. Today also we'll be making something with the use of our paper, still looking at paper craft work. Alright, today we're making something like this, the flower vase. Okay. I'll be guiding you through how to make a flower vase of this nature from the beginning to the end. Now, in making this flower vase this afternoon, these are the materials you will need. You will need your embossed cards of different colors. It all depends on how creative and how colorful you want your artwork to be. Now, for instance, here this afternoon, I have my white embossed card here. I have the black embossed card here, coupled with other colors of cardboard I have here too. You will need your pencil to draw your shapes, your images, and your objects on your card. You will also be making use of your scissors and also your top bond and also your ruler. These are the materials we will need in creating this flower vase this afternoon. Alright, to start with the first step, starting with our embossed black card. Alright, then you fold this card into a cylindrical shape of this nature. Okay, you apply your top bond at the edge here. Don't mind your top bond, so that your paper can glue well. Apply as much as you can and spread it all over the edge. Then bring the other edge to it and glue it together this way. That's the first step in making the flower vase we have here today. Make sure it glues together before you leave it. Alright, having done that, now I used half of the cardboard paper. I cut a full cardboard paper into two to make this cylindrical shape you're seeing. It all depends on how big you want your flower vase to be. If you want it to be smaller, then you have to make it smaller than what I've just done. But all I did here is cut a full cardboard paper into two, and I made use of the half in making this cylindrical shape. Alright, the next step is to use the other half of the cardboard you have made. Let's assume it's the other half of the cardboard you have made. Then you fold it into two again, into two equal halves. You fold the cardboard into two equal halves like this. You make sure the two equal halves, you make sure they are equal. Something like this. It's a half cardboard paper. We fold it into two equal halves this way. Alright, then you now pick up your ruler You know, on your ruler we have the side that reads inches and the side that reads centimeters. Alright, it all depends on whichever one you want to use. But here I made use of the inches and I also made use of the one with the centimeter. Just in case you don't have the long ruler we have here, we also have on the small rulers, we also have the one that the side that runs centimeter and the side that runs that reads the inches. Now here, after folding the paper into two, you pick up your ruler and then measure 1.5 inch from this other side. Measure 1.5 inch, just like this, on this other side, and then at this other side, and then rule it up. Let's try it now. This is 1 inch, then 1.5 inch here. This is 1 inch, and this is 1.5 inch. Then you roll it down. Can we see that? So having done that, you're going to use this other one that runs centimeter. You're going to measure 1 centimeter each, okay, on this line, just like I've done here. 1 centimeter each from the beginning to the end. You rule that with your ruler, with the head of your ruler. You do it up and you do it down, just like I've done here. Okay? And afterwards, you pick up your scissors and start cutting individually. Start cutting from this other side to the other side. Then your cutting is going to stop where the other line ends, just like this. Remember I told you in the last class we had, I said some craft works serve the purpose of beautification, while some craft works serve the purpose of decoration, while some craft work can also be used to serve some functional purposes. It all depends on what the user or what the artist have in mind before production. For instance, this particular craft work you're making today is going to serve the purpose of decoration. You can use this to decorate your offices. You can use it to decorate your dining set in your various homes. You can also use it to decorate your table in a sitting room. So it's going to serve the purpose of beautification and decoration. Now you can make your flower vase that we are making today, you can make it as colorful as you want. It all depends on how creative you want your art piece to be. Just as you can see, I'm cutting out the 1 centimeter line I have drawn on this embossed card, trying to make the flower vase. Now, you may not restrict yourself to just these colors I'm using. You can use as many colors as possible, but make sure you make use of harmonious colors. Harmonious colors simply means colors that go together. When you match them together, they are referred to as harmonious colors. Now, the essence of having to measure your lines before you cut them is for the purpose of accuracy. It's not as if I can start cutting without ruling. But when I rule my line before cutting, it makes my artwork to be more accurate than when cutting with just ordinary scissors without measurement. See, if you will remember what I've been telling you in class, whenever you are given an assignment to do, practical work to be precise, you don't rush over it. But any artwork you rush over, you don't get the best out of it. But for you to get the best out of any artwork, you ought to do it gradually, and you ought to take it with patience, for you to get something out of it. Just like I'm doing. It's trying to call the outside design of the vase we are making this afternoon. Now we have different type of vase. This is just like a guide to helping you know how the paper vase can be made. Right, we're almost through. All right. So when you do that, you get something like this. And when you open it up, you have something of this nature. You close it back. This particular part where you have drawn this line, you are going to fold it. Fold it up this way. You see what I'm getting here? Alright. Then you open it up. Then you pick up the cylindrical shape you have made and try to wrap it around it if it's going to work. You have something like this. Okay. Then before you wrap it around the cylindrical vase, you apply your top bond just at the edge, at the top and at the base. Do it gradually and make sure your top one goes round so you don't have any part left out. So I've done at the top, you do at the base too. Get something of this nature. Now there's one thing about doing artwork, but the more you work, the more inspiration comes. Okay? The more you work, the more you get inspiration on how to do your artwork, the better. Now I'm about fixing this on this cylindrical shape I've made. Get something of this nature. round. Have something of this nature. Alright, this is the vase itself. Then we are now left to making of the flowers inside. Alright, the making of the flowers inside. We're still going to make use of the embossed cards, but we're going to make use of different colors. You know, flowers are made of different colors. And I will just show you how that is made, so you can also make the same thing at home. You cut your papers into a desired size. Alright, let's assume this is the paper I want to use to create something of this nature. Alright, this looks like an ice cream cone, right? Okay, you make the bigger one and you make a smaller one. Can be inside like this. Alright, so what do? You bring a paper, you fold it like this into a cone-like shape. Okay, and what do? You apply your top one here to join the edges together. You hold it firm, allow it to get dry before you leave it. Alright, and after doing that, you know the edge ought to be equal. So what do you do with the edge? Try to cut out this excess part of the cone, or this excess part of the cone, and you have something like this. So to get the rough edge, or the circle edge like we have here, just draw something like this. At the edge, and then shape it out with your scissors. See what I'm doing here? You shape it out with your scissors. You do it gradually and creatively. You do this with different colors of your embossed cards, so you can have something beautiful like that, like the one I showed you before we began the class. You have something like this. Okay, so I've made several of them here. Okay, made several of them here. So you make your own two of different colors. Okay, all we have here. The next thing is trying to join all the flowers you have made in form of cone, okay, together. You join them together. So what do? You apply your top bond at the edge here. That's what I'm doing. Then you attach this to this, edge to edge, this way. Have you seen that? Pick up another one, apply the top bond at the edge here too, and try to fix it with this. I think it's interesting. You pick up another one here, add your top bond, fix it here. Alright. Pick up the other one. Add a top one at the edge. fix it here. We have something like this, of this nature, and you break it up, fix it inside this. Can we see that? Okay. Then how do we get all these small flowers we have here? All you need to do is cut something like this. Cut something that looks like this. Okay, you make it double. After cutting out this, you still have to place it on another cardboard of this nature. Then draw something round this way. To make it double. Okay? Then cut it out. After you cut it out, then you lay it on each other like this, making it double. Then cut out a small piece of a black cardboard to make these designs that you are seeing inside the flower. Then afterwards, pick up your turban, then attach it randomly at the edge of your vase. You see what I'm doing? And make your own creative, make your own more colorful than what you're seeing here. Or I've done that up, I will do the same thing down. You see that? Do that, you turn it. Isn't this beautiful? Okay. For the last one there. Okay. Now with this, we come to the end of this class. This is how to make a typical flower vase with the use of your papers. Alright, now you can place this on your dining table for decoration. You can also place it on your what's it called, your offices, tables in your offices for decoration and things like that. Alright, so I will give an assignment to make the same flower vase in your various homes. Okay, make the same flower vase, make your own creative than this, and also submit, upload online as I'm doing right now. God bless you.